know where the treats at.
Is this the passing of the torch, right? Is this what this signifies?
It comes down to that front office and what they feel is most important.
The champ is here. We've touched down from a higher plane. Why you landed here?
We always look forward to that week because it was always intense.
You know that we ain't coming back. We about to.
The man, the myth, the legend, Dante Hall. My favorite player growing up was Dante Hall. I love you guys in the show, but Dante was my guy.
Get to dashing because you done on the warfare.
Chief Concerns is presented by BetOnline and Olipop. Marcus Dash here from Chief Concerns, and ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the year. It's football season, and you know what that means? It means it's time to get in on BetOnline. BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for everything football. BetOnline has every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads to bet on during the games. Think you know your stuff? Get in on our $200,000 mega contest and pick 5 games against the spread every week for your chance at weekly prizes and a share of $200,000. When the game's over, head on over to our online casino and get in on a game of blackjack or poker or unwind with one of our 150 slot games. Head to the website today and get in on the action. Bet online. The game starts here. Come on, baby. Go. Yes! That's a first down. That's a first down. This football season, I'll be putting down normal sodas like Coca-Cola for Olipop. Olipop offers a healthier alternative with its low sugar content and natural ingredients. Olipop is more than just a drink. It's a wellness companion that supports your digestive health. Packed with prebiotics, this fizzy elixir helps promote good bacteria in your gut, leading to improved digestion and overall well-being. So go ahead, click the link in the description and use promo code SODALOVE and get your can of Olipop so you can enjoy the game guilt-free. Go Chiefs. Use the promo code SODALOVE for 15% off now. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Monday Morning Tight End on your Monday evening. The day before New Year's Eve on December 30th. JD, how you doing, bro? Honestly, it's probably the longest time we've not had a show in a long time because Chris was on Wednesday. We had pretty much post-game show, all that stuff on early last week. So it's been kind of a long time not seeing everybody in the chat. So happy to be back. Happy we're kind of going back to a normal Chiefs schedule here. Well, at least until the bye week next week. But JD, how you doing, brother?
What's up, man? Hey, I'm doing well. This has been a wonderful holiday season. I've been enjoying it with my family. Had a great gathering yesterday.
Nice.
For family that was in from other states. And so we had an absolute ball, man. We had an absolute ball. And so this is exactly what the season's for. It's for everybody getting together, gathering, enjoying one another, having a great time, watching some football. We watched the game last night that Atlanta and Washington was going at it. That was a
great game.
Yeah, man. And so two talented quarterbacks, man, getting after it. But, man, it was kind of weird watching everybody else play this weekend and not the Chiefs play somewhat because we had them one obviously early about 5 days ago. And so to me, it was like, I don't know if I want to watch all these teams, man. I'm ready to get to the playoffs. We kind of said a little bit of that after our post-game show, talking about what the Chiefs were doing. But, man, I'm doing fine, man. How is everybody else doing? I see Andrea's in here, Gary Holland, Jeremiah de Muertos, Vegas Chiefs Kingdom is in the house. We got Charles Driver. AA is in here, Witchy Hall. And we see who else we got in here. Bill Carson. Good to see you all. Glad y'all came in and could come in and grace y'all presence here with us today. We like that y'all came out. This is good. I see there's a good game going on right now. And I actually just came from a big high school basketball game. One of my boys, there's Sweetie. What's up, baby? One of my boys is actually his team is ranked 4th in the state, and he's playing the number 2 team in the state.
Wow,
so going at it, man. It was dunks, man. It was a good game, a really good game. So I had to leave that to come here. But welcome, you all. Welcome. Good to see you. How about you, Marcus? What's been going on, man?
A lot of family in town. The reason why I was late, I was coming back from a dinner, seeing some old friends. They usually come around once a year just for the holidays and whatnot. So, yeah, doing that, just catching up with a lot of family stuff. Tomorrow night, New Year's Eve, get to see more friends. We're going out in D.C. for that. So it's a bar, JD, but they're doing a pajama theme. New Year's. I'm not really down with that. I mean, I don't even wear pajamas. When I go to sleep, I got my boxers and an undershirt. That's pretty much it. Or sometimes no undershirt, just straight boxers. But PJs, I don't know. I'm not gonna fake. I'm not gonna wear PJs, but I don't normally wear to this. I'm gonna probably wear a flannel and a nice jacket, and I might do the whole dressing down.
Come on, Marcus. Now look, I know you got a onesie or something in there that you could ride, like maybe a long t-shirt. You know what I mean? And then like some. You got like some real laid back pants, you know, like
I have joggers, yeah.
There you go. That'll work. Joggers will work. Joggers
Come
will work.
on, it's New Year's
You
Eve.
can't be a guy that comes in too cool for school. You can't
New Year's
be that.
Eve. You're supposed to dress up for New Year's Eve.
Huh?
You're supposed to dress up for New Year's Eve.
I hear you, man. But if y'all going, is that the place that y'all staying at, or y'all going, or y'all bar hopping? Y'all going to different places?
No, that's the main place that we're going to.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You know, hey, like look at this guy. He don't want to show up. He know what the theme is. He's here all night. So you can go in like that with a top hat or whatever. I don't know, something to kind of dress it up if you like.
I know Tage is going with. He said what PJ says to him, because he doesn't wear PJs either. But he says what it says to him is go in a comfy outfit. He's going with a hoodie and joggers. And I'm like,
You know, get one of those nice robes. Like you could do something like that to dress it up, like
a Hugh Hefner kind of look.
Exactly, the smoking jacket. That's what you want. Now that's classy. That shows something right there, a little bit different.
It's tasteful.
So, yeah, Chiefs toboggan and boxers. There you go.
I like that. That's not bad.
Yeah. What up on the Brownie here as well? What's going down, man? Good to see you. Good to see you.
Yeah, I will say, since just seeing how everyone get in the chat, seeing the normal people in the chat, I will say since our last show last week, we had like 6,000 views on our episode of the post-game show. So, and I think a lot of Chiefs content creators kind of took the week off after Christmas. But, you know, we always post the clips for our episode because, you know, people don't have time to watch all episodes, but so we always post the clips every day. We've gotten a lot of new subscribers. So if you're a new subscriber coming to see Chief Concerns, welcome to the show. Welcome to the community. We're a very inclusive group. So we hope everyone, you know, comes in the chat, says hi. We'd love to see all the new faces in the Chief Concerns community.
1,000%. The door is open and the water is fine. Come jump right on in. So
Yes,
it's always good to see new people come in, man. Just come and discover, you know, this channel. I think this channel gives something a little bit more particular people's tastes. You know, that we only just give you like a little bit of background of the Chiefs, but also to you as a guy who's played the game, gives you a nice little look behind the curtain somewhat, if you will, and start talking some ball. So I know what it means to be out there on the field. So if it's your first time coming out here, welcome. Good seeing you. So
yeah,
we have good conversations too, man.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think someone the other day commented on one of our videos, was asking like, "How long have you and JD been friends? You guys old friends?" I'm like, it seems that way. It's one of those things, you know, like when people meet someone for a long time, like, you know what, we were probably friends in a past life, but we just met each other in 2020, you know. But it was like, it was like, how long have you and JD been friends? I was like, oh well, really since 2020.
Yeah.
It worked out that way, you know. So so soulmates, you know, friends, probably in a past life, but now here we are, brothers now, and
right.
so right. Yeah, I thought that was funny.
Yeah. Yes, sir, baby. Yes, sir.
Oh, you go. You got Sasha's in here. Definitely unique. Yeah, appreciate you, Sasha.
Sasha. Welcome. Good seeing you.
And again, for all of our winners of the gifts, it's been busy holidays for me. I have not gotten to USPS, but I will get to USPS probably early next week. So you guys will have all your giveaways and gifts. So Christmas will be coming a little bit longer into 2025. So you guys will have more gifts coming your way. I just want to let you guys know I have not forgotten. If you haven't got your address to me, please send that to chiefconcerns@yahoo.com and we'll get your stuff to you. But yeah, Kevin Morris, how did you two meet? Oh, well, Kevin, I mean, if you go to Chief Concerns website, you can see all the about of how we met. But so 2020, everyone was kind of looking for something to do during that time period. I was just, doing random interviews online, and I remember Jason Noah was one of my favorites. I was like, you know what? Let's throw him a DM on LinkedIn, and then that was it. And the rest is history. JD and I clicked, and there you go.
There it is. There it is, man.
4 years later, going on 5 years now.
Yes, sir, brother. Yes, sir. So, bros for life. What up, G Pick? G Pick just stepped in the house. What's going on, man? Yo to you too, brother. What's going on? So yeah. So Kevin Mars, that's how it all the inception of it is. Did a show with him, and then asked like, hey, what do you think about this Chief Concern show? And I'm just like, man, I'm all in. Love to do it. So one things I love to do, man, I like to talk shop. Playing football for a long time, not only just played but coached as well. So this is definitely in my wheelhouse that I enjoy. So I enjoy people. I'm a people's person, Marcus. I don't really meet strangers. I mean, I talk to people. I don't matter who you are, where you at. It don't matter. So and I'm gonna love on you. That's another thing you're gonna get from JD. So and Marcus too. We're gonna love on you.
That's what we do. Yeah, wish you all well. Thank goodness for LinkedIn then. Yep. Thank goodness for LinkedIn. There you go. That's why, That's why people, some people don't like looking at their DMs. That's why you check your DMs, where it's LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, X, Instagram. You check your DMs. Sometimes you don't want to respond to those people, but sometimes, that's why you always check just in case, you can come across one of your best friends in the year 2020. So,
yeah. Now, look, I would say I'm a little guilty of that. I don't check out my DMs all the time. And sometimes it'll be days later. I'm like, dang, somebody sent me something. Or I'm like, oh, man, there's so many, right? I'm like, I'll get back to it later. And please don't send me email. Emails is just probably the worst thing for me to send me. I'll never get back to your email.
Yeah, email is one of those things that it could quickly get buried because there's so many things going up. Because, especially around the holidays when you're signing up for all these things for like discounts and whatnot, it just goes. I was like, okay, well, I'm not checking that anymore. So.
Oh yeah.
Vegas Chiefs game watching Chiefs Concerns for at least 2 years. I started when Warfield was on the show. Yeah, our guy Eric, E-Dub, baby.
E-Dub. Yep, absolutely.
Checked it, but I barely respond. Yeah, ain't that all of us?
But I think everybody's a little bit, to kind of listen to hear about somewhat of like what the playoffs are going to look like, who we're going to play, who we, because I've seen on Twitter, Twitter, I go to Twitter and check Twitter every once in a while to see what everybody's talking about. I was just crawling like, hey, what's the conversation right now? So we're going to talk about a few things, conversations I had on Twitter, but also too, we're going to talk about the playoff picture. And then, of course, I've seen some other people say and talk about the comments on talking who do we want to win, Marcus? So do we want Denver to win? Do we want Bengals to win? What is it going to look like? What is the playoffs? And I boiled it down to this. It doesn't matter who it is. Bring them all on. That's the way I feel. And so it don't matter who shows up. We're going to take it all on. We're going to hit you in the mouth, and we're going to move on from that. We are destined with this three-peat. And so from its past game, we know for sure that this team looks ready for the playoffs. They absolutely look dangerous. We're a very dangerous team right now. We'll see it when we talk about some of these grades and how these things look. But it's going to be a quick grade show on that. But we're going to talk about some other things that we want to talk about. We'll answer some of your questions as well, okay? So we have a good dialogue back and forth with you all when y'all ask questions and talk about things. So let's get back to it.
Yeah, as far as like the teams we're going to play, it's like and how we looked. It's like where everyone's like, I think you mentioned on the postgame show, like how if you're a team in the NFL, you're seeing what the Chiefs did, you're very scared because that's the best they've looked all season. And it just happens to be the last game we'll probably see most of the starters in the playoffs. It looks everything's come together at the perfect time. And you did it against a team that needed to win, a team that's been down and out the last 2 weeks at Pittsburgh, and they needed the dub. And this is a team that has one of the best defenses in the league, one of the best coaches in the league, a coach who is never, when he's an underdog at home, he's next to undefeated when it comes to that. But nonetheless, we came in, we destroyed them. And that's everyone around the league scared to see what Kansas City did on Wednesday. That was something the whole league was. We put the whole league on notice on how we looked in that game against Christmas Day. So yeah, I think there's a lot of teams and they're very scared about what they saw.
Oh, no question. No question. I think at that moment when they seen what we did to Pittsburgh, everybody was taken back like, whoa, okay. We've been kind of sleeping on the Chiefs all season. Are they for real? Are they pretend? Are they going to be able to score enough points? How good are they really? And guess what? We won this game 29-10. Probably could have scored another touchdown and easily went up. And our offense was rolling. Everybody looked good. Pat looked good. Offensive line looked good. Defense looked good. So that's why when all of a sudden you start seeing everybody at the end of that game, Marcus, people's tunes start to change a little bit.
Yeah.
Start changing in the national media. And some of these sports analysts who was out here talking about, Patrick Mahomes having a terrible year and stuff like that. You ain't saying that no more. Ain't the conversation now. So it's a different thing, ain't it? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. At this point, you look like a fool if you are picking against the Chiefs at this point. Now it's like, beginning of the season, it's fine to say, oh, that team's not going to three-peat. I get that. I mean, it's very hard to do, obviously. It's very hard to win one, let alone three in a row. But now it's getting to a point where it's like, okay, do I just look like an idiot for not picking the Chiefs? Do I just look like a hater? Because, I mean, you can't just keep denying it.
I think a lot of it is. I think that regardless of how they see the Chiefs, people are just not going to root for us. They're just going to hate on us. And that's where we are. Yeah. We going to say that's where we are, man. So fine with it. To us, it's all about winning the Lombardi. It's not even about the MVP. Everybody, that was another conversation where people was having about who's going to win MVP this year. I don't care. All that matters is the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl, pure and simple. Yeah. Patrick winning, Super Bowl MVP, if you will. He has the accolades of MVP of the league. We've seen that. That's been done before. So the three-peat is something that has never been done before, Marcus. Has never been done before. So to me, the main thing is the main thing. The reason that we're playing this game is to win a Super Bowl. The reason that everybody that is showing up in the NFL on a team to win games is to win the Super Bowl. Pure and simple. It's not to be MVP of the league. That's not what it is, okay? It's a great accolade, but you know what? I heard, who was it? I heard Josh Allen say, hey, you know what? It's great if I win it. I don't really care about it. I believe it. You know what he wants? He wants that Super Bowl. The thing that's been eluding for a long time has been that Super Bowl. We have been the bane of his existence is that Super Bowl loss that he's always seen that he can't get. He can't get that. He can't get past Patrick Mahomes. He can't get past the 13 seconds. He can't get past those things that's been done to him over these past few years. So until he makes that leap and that step, hey man, you just okay. Just okay. So
yeah. I gotta say, I was gonna get a little bit more on this on our Wednesday show this week, but I gotta say, JD, when we had, leading up to the season, I don't know if you guys watch our Monday shows, we had the AFC West kind of like, looking at what teams did, who they lost, who they brought in, and JD gave his prediction on how these teams were going to be this year. JD said, and I remember there's some people who thought JD was nuts for saying this, but JD said the Broncos and the Chargers were going to make the playoffs. And Chargers clinched this past weekend, and now Denver, if they beat us, which, I mean, by and large they should, although Carson Wentz is no slouch as a backup quarterback. We have good depth. But nonetheless, if they do beat the Chiefs twos on Sunday, they get into the playoffs, and JD would be going 3 for 3 with his AFC West guys making the playoffs this year. So, JD, this is why you guys listen to the show, because JD's dropping knowledge. When people think he's crazy, he's still dropping knowledge. So, JD, if Denver does make it, kudos to you for going 3 for 3 in the division on that.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. And maybe I'm still a little crazy. You know what I mean? Just a little bit, maybe. I don't know. No, but look, I understand exactly what the Broncos have when they came in. Obviously, having 2 very good coaches, very good coaches that I knew that would take them some time. Now, Harbaugh in itself, he had some of the pieces already in place to be a good team. We understand that. Okay. Thank you, about time. We know JD, yeah, a little bit. But Sean Payton, I knew Sean was going to try to get his guy. Bo Nix is a very talented quarterback. And I said, man, look, you watch these guys come in and actually they'll make a run for it. They will make a run for it. So it's good. Good.
Yeah, it was a great call, JD, with that whole thing. And Bo Nix, I mean, Like you said it when Sean Payton's reports coming out of their camp. Bo Nix looks like his guy, the guy he really wanted. And you're like, if Sean Payton's saying that about a quarterback, he's not going to say that about anybody, even though it is his quarterback. But like the fact that he said that was his guy, and you're like, watch out for that. And lo and behold, I mean, Bo Nix looks like the real deal and coming out of Denver. So
yeah, oh yeah, he does. Yeah, it looks really good. Looks really good.
And you know Sean Payton well, so you knew when he says something, he stands on it. So
yeah, no question about it. No question about it, man. So now, but yeah, this is true. This is going to be the playoffs. Is going to be something, man, that is just electric this year. It's going to be absolutely electric on both sides, NFC, AFC. So I cannot wait. Cannot wait. So
yeah, both sides. It seems very. I mean, the talent is so like. It's like there's really top heavy teams this year. It's like the kind of the top of the top, and then. But have you seen the bottom of the league? It's I mean, looking at the records, it's so like separate how the good teams are the good teams and the other bad teams are the bad teams this year. But like, I mean, this year it's all these teams in the AFC, the NFC are making the playoffs. These are all really good teams. So like,
yeah,
obviously we hope and we think the Chiefs will get there, but like, it's honestly anyone's game because I can't really guess who's going to be the NFC team. I don't know. It was supposed to be the Niners. Now the Niners aren't even going to make the playoffs anymore. It's like, is it the Lions? Is it the Eagles? Is it the Packers? Is it the Vikings? I mean, there's so many teams to pick from. So I honestly can't guess what the NFC is going to be. Is it the Buccaneers? Is it the Baker Mayfield versus Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl? Who knows? It could be that as well.
And I had to give you your kudos on Baker. I'm telling you, man, he is, he has impressed me this year. He has absolutely impressed me. And so, am I a big believer? Yeah, still though. But I like his play. I like his grit. I like what he's shown this year. So I'm starting to become somewhat of a believer of Baker.
There you go.
Okay? But he needs consistency. We'll see what he's gonna do next year. I seen this picture and it shows Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield with
Carolina.
With yeah, I was like, just 2 years ago. Isn't it crazy how things just change just that quick? Ah.
Well, I'm sure you know it. I mean, coaching is a big part of it, man. And I'm not like, but like Matt Rule, who like left the NFL and now he's in Nebraska. It's like I'm not going to guy. I do know some people who played with him at Temple who did not really like Matt Rule at all. My high school quarterback actually was a member of that team. Wasn't a big Matt Rule fan, and I've heard whispers of that. NFL players didn't take him seriously. They didn't like what he was about. He treated NFL players like college kids. Rubbed off a lot of people the wrong way. But we see good coaching matters. And Darnold's with Kevin O'Connell. Baker goes to Todd Bowles down there. And it's like good coaching matters. And that's a huge deal. And people forget that.
Yeah, but not only just good coaching, but good players around you, supporting cast helps out a lot too. Okay. And both of them jokers stepped in place with supporting cast, so they're just incredible. All right.
Yeah.
So I got to give coaches something, but the guys got to play. Okay, the players got to play. And Baker and Sam both had to put the balls in the hands of the playmakers. And they've been throwing darts. Both of them jokers have. Man, Sam Darnold, man, I'm just watching his poise. I actually in awe of him. I've actually been a big Sam Darnold fan since he came out. I really was, because I knew this guy could. One thing he could do, he could absolutely spin that football. Okay, he really could. And I was like, man, I know he's a good quarterback, but obviously, like you said, some of the places that you go, it ain't gonna work out for you, right? Maybe bad system, bad places. Whole lot goes into it. Matter of fact, my guy, man, just asked that Gary Holland. What's up, Gary? Good to see you. JD, do you feel Washington's quarterback should have went number one and Bears quarterback should have went lower? No, not necessarily. I think Caleb Williams is a very talented quarterback. He is getting killed out there right now. Getting killed. Offensive line is atrocious. Okay? He's got guys around him as far as throw the ball to. You got a running back. But if you don't have no line, hey, man, I don't care who you are. We've seen that. We could talk about our own Patrick Mahomes being 15, right? When Pat was getting a lot of pressure, was getting a lot of hits. Nobody liked seeing that. Pat was frustrated. Now imagine that almost times 10. That's what Caleb Williams working with up there. Some of it is on ball. There are some things I see like, man, just throw the ball away. He doesn't do it. but he's a young quarterback. He'll learn that a little bit later. But Jaden Daniels is an absolute talent. I love his poise. I love how he takes it. Plus, he'll take out running. I think sometimes Caleb Williams doesn't take out running like he should, trying to get those extra yards. Jaden Daniels, man, he's just so smooth, the way that he just carries himself and the way he plays football. So,
I think this whole quarterback class, though, Bo Nix special, Caleb special. Even though he's getting killed. I mean, he's the most sacks by a rookie quarterback in a really long time. I think in general, he's on pace to break the all-time single season sack record for any quarterback of any age. So that's crazy in itself. And then Penix looks fantastic with Atlanta. I know he's only started 2 games now. He looks great. He looks like a guy who's been there. Who am I forgetting from the other rookie class? Bo Nix, Caleb, Daniels,
Penix.
Yeah, Penix. Yeah.
Woo! That throw to what's the name?
It's.
Oh, I was like, that right there is an NFL throw. That's exactly. I love him. I love watching him. And I actually thought he should have been higher than some of these other guys come out. Drake May's another one. Drake May could throw that ball. He throw the ball all over the place.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah. Even he looks good too. All of those guys in that first round. Well, some people say there were reaches. Like I know that a lot of the experts are like, oh, Bo Nix going as early as he did. That's a reach. I mean, that throw he had to Mims to tie the game against Cincy on Saturday. That was a dime.
Yes, it was.
Unfortunately,
they should even lost that game. Denver should not have lost that game.
I know. Yeah, but I mean, they got another chance to beat the twos of Kansas City. So
it is what it is.
But Jenny, you kind of got into something on Twitter, where you kind of respond to something on Twitter, and then we were going to talk about today. But kind of give kind of backstory to our community here of what you wanted to talk about tonight with us on the thing we're about to show on Twitter.
Yeah, man. Look, okay, so have a quick conversation, man. I guess it was a conversation that was going on, okay, that Ryan Clark was talking about Lamar Jackson win MVP. And he was saying that Lamar Jackson, if he had won MVP, that now you start seeing evolution of like the black quarterback or the quarterback. He didn't say black quarterback. I think he said quarterback. And even he said black quarterback, what he was meaning. I think it was context that was how he was using it and how he was saying it was in a way of talking about more so like the running quarterback. Okay. And how sometimes we have these gatekeepers. All right. I sent a tweet out, kind of responded to Lexi, Queens of King. Love her. That's one of our girls, and we silent like this. And so, I kind of answered the question. But it was kind of fascinating that, seeing some of the responses, some of the comments that was out there. And I'm just like, man, I think we kind of not really understanding what is being said, right? Because we kind of jump on things in particular ways, and I don't it's kind of hard to get context when you're seeing certain things, especially if you got blinders on to what you just want to see and what you want the narrative to be. Now, case in point, okay, Ron Clark has said something about black quarterbacks, and he said something about Lamar last year during the playoffs when the Chiefs played them, okay? And what he was talking about Lamar being the first authentically black quarterback, okay, which was offensive in a lot of different ways. Just saying that. Silly and ignorant. And I see what he was trying to make it seem one way that is not necessarily true, okay? Because there's just a number of black quarterbacks that came before Lamar, but he was saying authentically black, meaning they let him do what he wants to do. He can kind of wear his hair the way he wants to wear. He don't have to talk a particular way or carry himself a particular way. Well, that's dismissive of what guys and who they are, right? To say that they're not authentic because of, they don't carry themselves a particular way, what you think they would carry themselves is just wrong, okay? But what I did is I went in and came to the defense of talking about his context, what he was saying this past time, okay, about Lamar helping in the evolution of black quarterbacks or running quarterbacks, okay, and which is true. And the reality is this: sometimes these gatekeepers or quarterbacks don't feel like Lamar is one of your prototypical true quarterbacks. Okay. And I hear this criticism all the time, which is just crazy to me because sometimes they take away, like, just because Lamar is able to use his legs, okay, in a very strong fashion, then they say, well, he doesn't have his accurate passer. But you see his numbers this year. You see what he's doing, okay? And you can't discount that. And I think Lamar, what he needed, Lamar needed a little bit more of a supporting cast around him. I truly believe that. He's always had maybe one receiver, obviously a great tight end in Andrews, and he has somewhat good running backs. But he's been able to utilize his legs because he's been such a weapon from that. And he was talking about the evolution from like a Michael Vick to now you seeing a Lamar who's getting more credibility and saying, man, he's a true quarterback. Like encompassing the quarterback is just not throwing the ball. It's not just a pocket passer. Like nobody sits there and just say, quarterback, you could do only this, okay? And I will push back and say every single day. I think it's a ridiculous conversation, but people have it. These supposedly prototypical quarterbacks, right? Because we could say the same thing, Marcus, what they used to say about prototypical quarterbacks, right? Oh, you got to be 6'4", 6'5", 6'3". And we see a Baker Mayfield. We see a Russell Wilson. You know, we see Drew Brees, Doug Flutie, guys coming in that are very great quarterbacks, okay, into things that they do, all right? So you don't have to be 6'3" or 6'4", running on your toes, 225, 230 pounds. You don't have to be that guy, right? You just don't. Does it help? Sure, it helps, obviously. But the same thing about being a pocket passer. We can say there's a lot of pocket passing quarterbacks out here, but these guys may not be effective. Now, they are effective pocket passers, but we understand without a doubt that these guys that can run with the football, that is a weapon too. That is a weapon as well. And so sometimes it's dismissive of guys and their talents by saying these guys are not true quarterbacks because they run with the football. And that's just crazy to me. And I think it's the context that Ryan was using in his conversation. So, but some people took it, okay? So let me finish up the conversation. Some people took it that he was continuing the conversation of saying, well, Patrick's not black enough, which is crazy. Because I had a video was showing that Ryan was absolutely talking about black quarterbacks, Patrick, Dak, and all those different guys. So, you know, Patrick ain't the only guy that has, you know, multiple race to him, you know, also too, Dak. There's a lot of different ones, okay, that are black quarterbacks. And so he's not discounting those guys. And I said the reason he's not discounting Pat is because Pat is known as somewhat of a true quarterback, a pocket passer. He's not known as a running quarterback, even though I think he's one of the most dangerous guys running with the football and extending plays with his legs. There's no question about it. The numbers bear that out. We know that, okay? We see that, and nobody can discount that. But people look at Patrick as more of a pocket passer. They don't look at him as a running quarterback first. They look at Lamar as a running quarterback first and then a passer, okay, or say he's not accurate. But they even had criticism for Patrick Mahomes, saying, oh, my gosh, Pat, you know, his fundamentals, you know, he's playing backyard football. And so some of those things also, too, is inflammatory and dismissive of how good of a player he is, i.e. Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless was one of the biggest haters of Pat and what he does with his feet and his toes and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, are you kidding me? You're going to discount his talent for what he's able to do? Now, we could say that we don't take away from Bo Nix running the football. I see somebody was sitting there talking about Steve Young. Steve Young was a killer running the football. We understand that. John Elway was an incredible guy running with the football. Josh Allen, okay? This time in age, what he's able to do. He brought up Randall Cunningham as one of those guys, part of that evolution moving forward as far as running quarterbacks. But this is what part of the conversation was, man. This is what the conversation was. And the thing is, what we need to recognize more than anything else is that Lamar is such a talented quarterback, okay, that he should get his due. He shouldn't just be thought of as just a running quarterback. He's a quarterback in the NFL. He's an effective one at that. So sometimes we got to get past these conversations, man, that people are talking about. I think it's just archaic and ridiculous. to put people in certain positions and spaces that they can grow. So that's the thing I was kind of alluding to. I was saying in my conversation, in my response to Lexi, that people need to understand, like, this is the context of what he's saying. He's not saying that Pat is not a black quarterback. He recognizes Pat as a black quarterback and being one of the top ones in the NFL and as the face of the NFL. So that was it. That was all. I know it's a lot there. It's a lot there.
Have you seen the Amazon documentary? I just started the other day. I kind of passed out. I started at like 3 a.m., but I passed out during it. But the beginning of it was pretty good. So Michael Vick's pretty much going around interviewing, Tony Dungy. I got as far as Tony Dungy, but based on the teaser, he talks about African American quarterbacks through the ages. Randall Cunningham. Obviously, Vic is he's the main guy doing the interviewing and stuff. Lamar's in it. Patrick Mahomes is in it. So it does kind of go over all the evolution, the history of the African American quarterback. So I mean, it's pretty good so far what I saw. But I saw the teaser. But yeah, the first 10 minutes it was pretty interesting.
Same here. I haven't seen all of it, man. And the thing is, I played with Warren Moon. I know Jeff Williams. You know what I mean? I know guys that played position and things they went through, things they talked about. And so that's another thing too. We can't discount that there is bigotry and racism out here as well. That they thought of black quarterbacks as not being as intelligent as white quarterbacks. That was some of the implication that was being said. And even to this day, some of those things still hold true. Of people saying those things. So we can't discount that and think like that exists, because it does. That's the absolute truth. 100%. So I don't think saying, oh, well, that's not what they believe. Well, some people do. GMs are actually trying to make Lamar Jackson, the Heisman Trophy winner, a wide receiver. They only wanted him working out as a wide receiver. Nobody else got that type of treatment. Even Tim Tebow, when he came in, didn't get that treatment. It wasn't until Tim Tebow actually showed that he wasn't an effective quarterback that they would say, hey, maybe he can do something else. But somebody like Lamar Jackson, the way he played in college, now all of a sudden you want to put him in as a wide receiver and only GMs want to work out like that?
Well, didn't you had a conversation? I think you mentioned on the show when you did the camp that you went to, not the Senior Bowl, but the NFLPA Bowl. You had a similar conversation with Malik Cunningham about that similar kind of thing, who also played at Louisville, where Lamar came from.
Yes.
And his situation, he looked great. And the thing is, he looked amazing as a quarterback in preseason. He never got a shot. I mean, I think he should have at least gotten more playing time than Mac Jones did with New England. He never got a shot to play quarterback in a game. And I think but now I think he's kind of become an athlete now. Now he's playing receiver or kind of doing it. Now it's a point for him. He's just trying to make a team. Just trying to play whatever he can get. But I remember you had the conversation with him about like, hey man, like kind of stand your ground and you're a quarterback kind of thing.
Yeah. And I've had a conversation, like you said, with him. If he's been asked that, he was like, yeah, I have been asked that. That was just like, literally last year, guys coming into the league. Okay. So Teron Young, listen, I'm glad Teron, he's saying these things, man, that prehistoric black quarterback history needs to stay away from today's game. I agree with you. The new generation condemned that thought, and we have moved on from that. Actually, we haven't. So Teron, I understand that you don't live in that space, and thank God that you don't. Okay. Thank God that you don't have that ridiculous thought process like some other people do. But some other people do have that, Teron. And I want you to understand that there's some of the thing has not gone away. And I think because when we don't recognize it and we just gloss over it, we don't realize these things are actually still here. Okay. They still do exist. And I think that we need to combat it every single chance we get. Okay. And it's for everybody to do. That's for everybody to do. So we all supposed to be doing our part on those things. And so also too, I seen what you said up here that Ryan Clark's a wokester. He's not a wokester. I don't think that. I think he recognizes some of the things that there are out here. And actually, I do appreciate him talking about certain things. But also too, Ryan Clark can say some silly things, like he was talking about Lamar being the first authentic black quarterback. That was a ridiculous statement for him to make. That's ridiculous. It was stupid. That was a stupid thing for him to say. But hey, Ain't none was perfect. None was perfect. So for us, it should be about what guys out here are doing. Okay, we should look at them for that. So yeah, Michael Vick just became head coach of Norfolk State University. That's huge. That's good for him. But no, that's all the conversation was, man. And the thing is, we still got to recognize that there's still these backwood thoughts of who people are, based off what these things, race and this and that. These things still exist, man. They're still out here. Most people want to move past it. We try to move past it. But some people always try to reel you back in. Some people are like, no, all these crazy pseudoscience conversations that people have behind closed doors, sometimes in your face. These things still exist. Okay. And we can't be so naive to think that they don't. Okay. So Warren Moon is a legend too. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot you played with him. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I was seeing some of the comments from these. I mean, when you look at some of the comments on these types of conversations, very interesting to say the least. What some people think out there, JD.
No, it is. But I think for our better selves, we gotta say, hey, man, we got to move forward in a way, because we have moved forward, and we got to make sure that these things don't continue to happen. They shouldn't. It's not like you're going to stomp them all out. We understand there's those things that can't stomp everything out, all the silliness and idiotic stuff that's out here. But at least we can say something about it, right? We can make an awareness of it. And I want to call that right there is woke. Woke means to be awake. That's what it means. Awake to what you're doing. Like somebody used that word and sullying in the way, man, it just ain't what it means. Yeah, it's crazy in itself. But hey, man, but we gonna we gonna call things out where they are.
100%.
Yeah, but it was good. I was talking to Lexi, was like, I appreciate your insight, JD. I said, yeah, I help, and talk about, kind of what I see. And if it was something that he was saying that he's not black enough or something like that, I was like, that's just as reprehensible. And I would call him out on it, for saying something that's silly and childish or something like that, and idiotic on saying that. So.
Well, it's also like, I think Taryn kind of said this earlier in the chat, was like, I mean, you're by saying some of the stuff that you do say when you say, Lamar is the first authentic, black quarterback. It's like, so you're saying, because it's like we're erasing history, because there's the Steve McNair, right? The late Steve McNair, Don McNabb. There's a lot of guys. You mentioned Warren Moon, Randall Cunningham. There's been a lot of guys, maybe at the times they weren't getting the MVPs that Lamar Jackson's getting, but those guys, paved the way for what it is now. And those guys took some lumps and at times, as they came up. But there's a lot of those guys. But to say, right now, 2023, 2024, we have the first authentic African American quarterbacks. Like we've had plenty of guys. We can't gloss over those names. The McNabbs, the McNairs of the world. I mean, those are people. When I was growing up, McNair was that dude. Jeff Blake, another guy that people forget about.
Yeah, Slash. Come on.
Yeah.
Cordell Stewart. Tons. Rodney Pete. Saying something like that is idiotic. Yeah. Which y'all said, most impactful quote I heard about racism was Morgan Freeman. The best way to fight racism is quit talking about it. I disagree with that. I disagree with Morgan. You can stop talking about it, but it will still live in people's hearts. It will still lead to what people in their minds, how they treat others. Sometimes you just got to call it out the way it is. Now, everything's not racism, but when there is bad behavior, it is necessary to call it out. You can't just think it's just magically just going to disappear because you don't talk about it. That's how things actually, you just try to throw dirt on something, the bigger problem. It's putting a Band-Aid on the issue without actually having some reconciliation. And I think that's important to have those things. But this is a love conversation, is what this is, Marcus. It's a love conversation, a heart conversation that we need to have with one another. Okay, because those things right there are very important. That we all are on the same page with each other. That we all loving with each other. Okay, because when it boils down to it, we all one race, the human race. That's what it is. This is the human race. And sometimes we get it all wrong because we start getting into our corners about what things are, man. We all one race. That's how God made us. You know, it's good to have differences. That's how God made it. If God made a mistake, talk to him about it. If that's your question. You have a problem in beef with people and races, talk to God about it. See what he says. Okay? You tell him he's wrong? Go ahead. See how that's going to work for you. Okay? There's a reason for it.
Yeah. That's good conversation, JD.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. No, it's funny whenever people do talk about the quarterbacks. You know, one of the quarterbacks I remember like distinctly, probably one of the first times I watched like a game was seeing Jeff Blake throw a football. I mean, that guy maybe has the biggest arm of all time. I mean, no one talks about Jeff Blake enough, man. I don't think he ever got the credit that he deserved. Dude, it can't.
Man, oh, man, incredible. Who? Oh man, what's his name? Come on, help me out. Was played with Cincinnati Bengals.
That was Blake.
No, it was another one. There was came from. Dad got it. I see his face too.
Achilles Smith.
Huh?
Achilles Smith.
Achilles Smith. Achilles was a bad boy too, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Some good quarterbacks, man. There's some good quarterbacks. And that's the thing about it, man. So that's what what I love about there it is, Achilles Smith. Sasha was getting there. Appreciate it. But that's what I love about the locker room. The locker room, it almost helps you, challenges your view on the world and your perspective. It almost shatters some of these stereotypes that you have with others. And the thing is, if you're not around people to see what they're like and talk to them and actually have a conversation, you won't know. We could just continue with ignorance on things. But tell Ron, I appreciate it, my man. Thank you. Conversation love indeed. Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%, brother. Thank you so much for that.
Appreciate it, Tara.
Yeah. But it is, that's one thing that locker room does give you. It gives you different perspectives. You know, you may disagree on some things, but you get to see people. You get to talk to them. You'd actually sit down and understand we have more in common than we have apart. And there's so many people out here that want to pull us apart more than just have being together. It's crazy how that works. It's crazy. And even, oh man, diversity in our strength. I heard that. I'm like, what? Even saying those phrases. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, what's the ulterior motive of those things, saying that? Man, that's what I say. That's why I say, man, you can have a conversation with God and see what God says about those things. So I don't know. That's a whole different conversation. I don't get too deep, man. That's what I love about football teams. When I'm there with my brothers, okay, always see our brothers there, right? Each other, blood, sweat, and tears with each other. That's how we do. Okay, and I might have each other guys back, man. So,
yeah.
Man. Thank you, cuz. So now you get it, JD. One God, one race, one solution, the kingdom of God and his son, Jesus. Amen. Amen. Appreciate it, Todd. So free. Appreciate it. Great conversation, Marcus Jason. Good perspective. Thank you, sir. Thank you. That's what we're here for, man. We gotta have conversations. We gotta have, and it's good. You know, that's we sharpening each other up, sharpening them up. Amen.
Yeah, being able to discuss things in a very cordial manner. Hearing people out, I think that's one thing that I think kind of lost sight. Is you kind of mentioned that people go in their own silos. You don't really hear from if you have your mindset on life and that's it. It's a tunnel vision. And that's it. And I think too many people are becoming that way. Where it's like I'm only going to listen to stuff I want to hear and want to listen to and want to think about because that's my opinion. I don't care about anybody else's opinion on anything. It's like otherwise, that's it. I mean, one track mind, one track life. You kind of have to, you gotta have to talk. You gotta talk to people. You gotta hear their experiences because your experiences are different than their experiences, and you gotta show them your experience because that's how we can move together as a community in our lives.
Right. That's right. That's the only way. That's the only way. So, we got to do what God tells us to do. How we supposed to do these things, right? So, we just got to keep. How we get the locker room ways into mainstream culture, got to show people. So we do. We show them. Yeah. Show them by loving them. Show them that that everybody matters. Okay, and we're supposed to love each other the way God asks us to love each other.
Yep.
Christ came and he talked about the things that we're supposed to do, how we're supposed to treat one another. That's very important.
Yep.
Sometimes we miss it. So
Yep.
just got to encourage that. Dante Culpepper.
I got one. Yeah.
Played against Culpepper. Real quick question. I played against Culpepper my senior year, his rookie year. He was down there in Central Florida. He was a big dude then, could sling the football all the way around.
Yeah.
But talented guy.
Culpepper, Aaron Brooks, another popular one. He went to UVA. He's a popular in Virginia. He was a big time name around here, around these parts.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe Michael Vick's cousin, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Amen. Gotta love to show the love. Absolutely. You know what? And also too, one that got away. I always got to talk about it. Our guy went into Philly. The answer was supposed to be the baddest quarterback in Virginia, right?
And also baddest cornerback. He still holds the state record for most interceptions in a game and most interceptions in a season.
Yeah.
Allen Iverson, for those of you who don't know, Allen Iverson was one of the best football players to come out of the state of Virginia, but chose basketball in the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we said slash G-Pick. We said slash on it, yeah. So yes, Knight, we never know what's going on in someone else's life. They're still part of the human family. Amen. Absolutely, except for the dirty Raiders and donkeys. We still got love for them too. Yeah. I'm gonna give you a little nuggie. Yeah, how about one of them nuggies? Right. Wow, it's incredible. Good seeing you. Wendy out here. Good to see you.
Yeah, so it's good to see everyone back in the chat tonight. I know we kind of had a week off from each other, but it's good. It's good to see everyone back here tonight.
Yeah, we had to stretch a little bit, y'all. Just stretch for the season. Get ready for the playoffs, baby. Get ready for playoffs.
Second season, baby. The second season's coming soon.
Yes, sir.
All right. So Jay, you ready for the grades? I know you don't really. Did you end up making some grades?
I did. I could do grades real quick, man. I didn't really make grades. It was holiday season. I've been spending with family and whatnot, watching football, but I've been enjoying the times. But I could go through the grades real quick, what I think guys got based on what I remember from seeing from the game. So it's be very easy.
Yeah.
And so Andy and Nagy grade. Okay, Andy and Nagy, what they was been able to display this past game looks like typical Andy to me and Nagy, if you will. Okay, we'll put Nagy in that as well because we don't quite know where obviously is contention, who calls plays, whatever. But this was without a doubt, I want to say one of the better called games as far as scheme wise, how they wanted to attack a very well oiled machine as far as defense with Pittsburgh Steelers. They put guys in the right places. They started getting the ball to Xavier Worthy, which I think was an incredible thing to do. It's good to see what this young guy can do, especially before you get into the playoffs and get him absolutely ready. Okay. And this is something we had to worry about also too, Marcus, is understanding that he's going to have more games than he's played in college. So, you got to get him prepared. You got to get him right. You got to get him ready. But they were able to do that, giving some balls out in space. Same thing with Hollywood Brown. Travis Kelce getting the touchdown, all-time touchdown leader in Kansas City Chiefs history. Incredible. I give these guys, I actually give them guys a B+ for the play calling. I really do, because I think this was something we needed to see what the offense is going to look like. So B+ for Manny Nagy.
100%. Phenomenal. It was a nice fine tuning with the starting guys with Hollywood there, kind of second week back. Yeah, I thought the offense looked phenomenal. It's only going to get better with having Hollywood and Xavier Worthy back there.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
All right, we got our QB, JD.
QB grade, man. I said last week that Pat had played his best game ever. I had to say that this probably was his best game that I've seen him play all year. To be honest with you. He was getting the ball out of his hand quick and fast. Somehow Terry Bradshaw doesn't like it. He thinks the Chiefs will get beat by making it. Did you hear a statement Terry Bradshaw made?
No.
They get rid of the ball quickly. That's what he's saying. He's thinking, they're going to get. And I'm like, huh. And I think what he's trying to say, context-wise, was because we didn't have anybody to protect Patrick Mahomes, we had to get rid of the ball early and quick. Okay, but I will contest Terry a little bit, give him a little bit of grace on this, Terry. Here's the thing about the Chiefs: we got guys that once we get the ball in their hands quickly, they can do a whole lot of things with it. Okay, and do it a lot better than a lot of guys in the league can do. We got the fastest guy in the league in Xavier Worthy. We got a very high caliber wide receiver in Hollywood Brown. We got one of the best tight ends ever played a game in Travis Kelce. Okay. We got D-Hop, who's got the best hands we've probably seen in the last 10 or 15 years. Okay. We got a good receiver in Juju doing that as well. Not to mention our 2 running backs that we have, and Pacheco and also Kareem Hunt. Okay. Patrick Mahomes played a masterful game. Getting the ball in his hand, he was absolutely incredible. I give Patrick Mahomes a B+. And give Pat a B+.
Yeah, Terry Bradshaw over the last few years, like he said, we're not going to three-peat. I think last year after we won, after we beat the Eagles, I think he thought Andy was going to hang up the cleats and retire. And obviously, we know Andy's then since won against the 49ers, and now he's on his way to winning back the three-peat. So, yeah, I think Terry's assessment's been kind of off a little bit.
Yeah. Check it. Todd Toe-free, I'm right there with you. I'm going to give Pat an A.
There you go.
Yeah, man. Now he earned 29 to 38, 320 yards, 3 touchdowns. And rush for first down when we needed it. So I'm gonna give Pat an A. Patty had an A all year. I don't think he's had higher than maybe a B at all, has he? So,
I was gonna say that's probably your highest grade for him this year.
It is. So,
there you go.
So yeah, man, Todd Toe-free, appreciate it. We're gonna give Pat an A, man, for that one. Atta boy right there, Pat.
JD's handing out B+ and A's on this Christmas edition of this episode.
Right? I don't know. Pat earns it. Running back grade. Okay, so the running backs did a great job. Pacheco got hurt. When we look at it, 9 attempts, 20 yards. Pacheco 6 for 18. P. Ryan 2 for 9. The running backs did okay. But look, they didn't really find the holes. I think Pacheco was kind of bouncing around, couldn't find the open lanes like he should. But we knew it's a tough front seven we run it against. Tough front seven. We understand that. Probably one of the best in the league. But you want to see more yards than what you've seen. But the yards that Kareem got were tough yards. They were hard yards he was getting. He was slaying some things out there, man. He was slaying some things out there. I'm going to get the running backs, man. They caught the ball at backfield really well. They were doing some chips on guys. Oh, my gosh. I'm talking about taking their chin straps off. That's exactly what I wanted to see. I don't know who it was. I had to go back to the game and look. It might have been P. Ryan or Pacheco. But they hit Suck in the chest one time, put him down on the ground. That Joe Tooney didn't even have to put his hands on it. It was that right there, that running back check. Yeah. Let him know that you know. Go get you some ribs. I'm going to give those guys, man, actually, I'm going to give them a B. I'm going to give the running backs a B. Okay. Still some yards out there they probably should have got. I'm going to give them a B.
Yeah, it was Kareem Hunt for that one. Yeah, I remember that. He's had a few close calls this year where he's getting nice rib checks on the edge rushers, and that was the first time I've seen him really clean somebody's clock.
You know what? It's almost like if you tell a guy that, running back that, and he loves to hit, he's all over it. He said, absolutely, coach. Oh, and he knows that's an open shot. It's a free shot on some ribs. My nephew, if you still on here, I know you would. Boy, I know my nephew would be licking his chops. I know he would. He played safety, man. He was a hard hitter, but playing running back, if he had to go and check somebody, I know he's taking their jaw off. I know it. So,
did you see the tackle Justin Simmons had on Stales last night right at the goal line? That was a full-on that tackle right in the ribs, man.
No, I didn't. I didn't see that one. I didn't.
Word.
That's right.
Yeah, he knows. He loves the ribs. He'll eat ribs for breakfast.
Knight Hunter, considering the problems at tackle, I would have estimated B+ for the running backs. Good job, Knight Hunter. I just, I wanted to see more yards from him in the running game. But they did an awesome job on the pass protection. They really did. So, definitely give them that. So here we go. Yep.
All right. Now we're going to go to our wide receivers.
Wide receivers. Yes, sir. Wide receivers, man. Guys getting involved, man. Xavier Worthy played lights out. He had an incredible game. It was good to get him involved the way that we did, because I think this is exactly what we're going to look like, especially in the playoffs. And so you get him right, you get him ready. Best time to do it is right before then. But this is probably one of his best games. I seen over here Worthy had 8 catches, 79 yards. Here we go. Hollywood Brown, 4 for 46. D have only 2 for 7, but the wide receivers did a good job. Worthy did a good job with, running the football too. So all the guys look good. I do believe. Now, this is my thing. This game against Denver, okay, this is just my opinion, but I would want to give Hollywood maybe a first half. Okay, he hadn't been out there. Give him a little look. Give him a little bit. Okay, let him go. I know he can handle it. Tell him to take it easy. Make sure don't do anything stupid. Right? Take no crazy hits. But I think Hollywood needs to play. He's the only one that hadn't had that type of experience out there this year. But I think he does get out there and get a little bit. Okay. Juju as well and everybody else. I think Worthy may take a little bit off, maybe give him a half. D-Hop, I don't really want to see D-Hop too much. Okay. Let him rest. All right. Get that knee together, what he needs to do. But shoot. Yeah, 2 series. I like that, Sasha. 2 series is good. But yeah, I think that. But the wide receivers, I think for me, man, I give them a B. I give him a B. Did a good job. Okay.
Juju's blocking his butt off on the outsides.
He was.
Well, looking at snap count, because I remember after the post game, you wondered what the snap count was. So Worthy, 53 snaps, so 85% of the snaps. Watson, 21 snaps, 34% of the snaps. Juju, 31 snaps, 50% of the snaps. D-Hop, 29 snaps, 47%. Hollywood Brown, 25 snaps, 40%. And Nico, 1 snap, 2% of snaps. That was the split.
Well, we're going to let Nico play a whole lot this game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jay. Now we got to go to the tight end, our favorite room, where our guy Travis Kelce was celebrating in the locker room.
Yes, sir. Look how happy that Joker looks right there, man. Congratulations, man, for Travis Kelce getting the Chiefs' all-time touchdown record, being the leader, surpassing none other than Tony Gonzalez, one of my homeboys, my partner, my boy, guy I played with for 8 years, my brother. And I've seen him do a lot of damage out there, man. But Travis, he's worked hard to put the effort in, man, to deserve this. And so I love what he said about Tony. He was just talking about like how he just felt about Kansas City and everything about it, the record in itself. But he understood, just giving Tony his flowers, the adulation and the respect. It was good. But Travis, man, this is your day, man. Congratulations, brother. You deserve it. You absolutely deserve it. Other than that, man, Trav did a great job. Not only did catching the football, but also blocking. He did a good job blocking. Him and Noah both. So for those guys, I'm going to say for Travis, I'm getting the record in itself. The blocking, they did a superb job. I'm going to give those guys an A. Tight ends get an A from me, baby. That's an A for me. Just for the record. It would have been a B+ with you. It would have been a B+. But for that, for Travis, I got to give him his props. Give him an A for that.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's no coincidence. Quarterbacks get an A in this episode, and so does the tight ends. So Pat, a lot of people have been questioning if Pat and Kelce's chemistry is kind of off. Well, I don't know about that. I think it's back.
Yeah. Travis' best blocking game, I wouldn't say best blocking game. It's probably up there. He did a good job. Early in the year when he getting a whole lot of footballs, he was blocking his tail off, Teron. He was blocking his tail off early in the year. And I think a lot of that frustration came when he wasn't getting the ball. He was laying some jokers out. He was being a little nasty. And I loved it. Loved every bit of it. So, yes, he has. Hollywood's been the linchpin in this offense. Yes, he has. Yes, he has.
Yep. All right, now we get to O-line, Jay, our last position group of the offense.
O-line. So, O-line did a great job giving Patrick time to throw the football, keeping the guys off of him against a very, very vaunted defense. Defensive ends, linebackers, defensive tackles, man, it was some monsters. We understand that. Joe Thuney did an MVP, no question about it, man. The way Joe's been able to go out there and do the work he's doing at a high level, and the way he's doing it, man. I mean, that's stellar. That's stellar. If you have a lineman, show him some film of Joe Thuney. That's what you want him to do. You say, "This is who I want you to be like." Watch how this guy works. Not just guard, but also a tackle. And he's not going to do everything right, but he does enough to get the job done. Okay, and he's very effective while doing it. That's a tough SOB right there, man. Joe Thuney did a great job. Everybody else up front, man, they did a pretty decent job. I wanted to see a little bit better blocking up front. I think Trey's game was somewhat okay. Should be a little bit better. Juwan Taylor did a good job against TJ Watt. And so I had to commend him for that. So creating those guys, man, I think they did a great job up front, man. I'm going to give the O-line, I'm going to give them a B.
I will say, you kind of with your Trey Smith thing, I'm not saying it's a disappointing season for him, but I will say I expect a little bit more from him since it is a contract year for him. And obviously, contract year, players usually play their ass off anyways, but especially on contract years. I was expecting a little bit more from him overall this year. Not saying he had a bad year by any means, but I think I just expect a little bit more from Trey Smith this season.
Okay, I'm going to say this. This is my opinion, that some of the things that I've seen him over the years do, I would expect him to get better at. And so, look, Trey is a dog, absolute dog. And I love Trey Smith. Let me just start there with that. Okay, I really do. I love his game. But some of the things that I don't like is sometimes he get pushed back, bull rushed. I think he should jump guys a little bit faster and quicker than what he does. Some of the twists and things, which is it's hurtful for any O-line. But sometimes we're not on the same level as we should. So some of those things that concern me, I see still happening. Okay, not as it was when he first got in, but I still see it like, hey man, like come on, Trey, like shoot, you know what I mean? Like he's a strong, brutal guy that loves playing football. And he's very physical. I love everything about him, man. He's an enforcer. Gets the job done. But at times I'm like, man, okay, and he's not having a bad year, right? Like you said, he's not having a bad year. But like you said, there's things I'm like, man, it's right here, man. Just better at this. So, that's it.
Yeah, you expect a bigger leap in this year before the contract year, before he gets his new deal, wherever that may be, whether it's here or elsewhere.
Somebody gonna pay him, and the Chiefs may pay him too. I wouldn't be opposed to paying him. I mean, he's a good guard. He does a good job.
I will say this though, and this is obviously we'll get into the offseason talk when offseason happens, but how well we've been able to find, and people can say whatever they want about the tackle situation, but how well they've been able to find guards over the last few years. Al Gray filling in admirably, Caliendo filling in admirably. Yes, it does tell you that they can maybe find a guard more easy than maybe they haven't found a left tackle, but they can maybe find a guard like a Caliendo type, an Al Gray kind of type of guy. Wiley played all over the line as well. So I will say if it is big money, and obviously we can't pay, like we always say, can't pay everybody. If it is big money that he's going to want, we've seen our offensive line find guys to play guard at the biggest moments, like the Allegrettis of the world, who ended up getting paid.
Well, you see when we go get in the draft, right? We always get guards and centers. And so I think when you have those type of guys who are very talented, okay, could possibly play different positions. So, man, that's what you really want. You find guys like that. Caliendo, don't want to miss him. Nighthearted, you're right. Caliendo did a masterful job, man. He's been an absolute incredible player since he's came in. I love everything about his game. You know what? I didn't know if Mike was gonna. It seemed like this preseason when I was watching him, he was just kind of like, hey, you know, it's okay. Back up, but he came in and showed, man, he's a starter. He's a starter in the NFL, man. And it's going to be the same thing. Like if the Chiefs don't keep him but play him, somebody's going to pay this man, and they should. He's a start guard in the NFL.
Yeah. It's amazing how the Chiefs can showcase guys like him, Allegretti, Wiley, and they end up going elsewhere and they end up getting paid big money. So, yeah, good for these guys.
Hey, man, he didn't know. He didn't know he was going to be that guy. Right? If next man up, you got to be that dude. You get an opportunity, you got to show what you can do. That's the business. And it's the business. You want to be employed for a number of years? When you have opportunity, show what you can do. He's done a masterful job of it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so now we're going to go to defense. JD, how'd you feel about Spags' game on Sunday or Wednesday?
Well, I mean, Spags had a great game plan. He knew how he wanted to attack Russell Wilson. The guys played incredible ball for him. He put guys in position to make plays. Thinking that was one thing that Spags wanted to do. Like he started bringing blitzes from different places and everywhere that, Russell just couldn't get comfortable. He couldn't get comfortable. And Spags is getting this thing ready for an offense that has, Pickens and, Warren and, Najee Harris and guys, Mike Williams, and, Van Jefferson. You got a lot of guys out there, right? Spags did a good job. Spags always did a good job. He put guys, hey, man, you just got to make plays. And the guys did. They stepped up and made plays. Even when they didn't have their big leader out there. They didn't have their big leader, okay? So Chris Jones not out there. Spags like, doesn't matter. We're going to go out there and we're going to still go out there and kill it. That's what we're going to do. And they showed up for him. So everybody's asking for A's, man. So I'm going to give Spags an A. A for Spags. Okay? A for Spags.
Yeah, the defense humming without 95, and that's pretty impressive.
It's impressive. So.
And power to these guys who were able to, turn it up a notch without 95 in there.
Woo-wee. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Having Chris Jones out, we knew it was going to be an issue. We didn't quite know how this thing was going to turn out. Was Warren and Najee, those guys going to get off? Is Russell Wilson going to be able to stand back there all day and throw the football to George Pickens, let him run around and make plays and all that? None of that happened. You know why? Because the D-line. The D-line played their best game that I've seen them play all year. And it was without Chris Jones. Now, I think they got a talented line. Maybe not as talented as some of the other lines that we see in the AFC, to say that. But our guys got after people. Charles Omenihu, Kalafkis, FAU. I mean, we were seeing guys come out. Pernell, we were seeing that joker try to cover, who was it? Warren or somebody in pass in the pass route. And he just kind of jogging out and go get him. That Spags just changed the guys up, man. He's changing guys up. But those guys without their leader and Chris Jones, they came out the ball. They did a hell of a job. D-line, man, I'm going to give these dudes give them a B+.
Yeah, I mean, everyone stepped up. King Felix stepped up. Karlaftis stepped up. Tershawn Wharton, who we praised beginning of the year, kind of fell off a little bit. We kind of really didn't see much from him. And then, boom, comes right back out. Mike Dana does his thing. So it was nice to see everyone kind of doing what we want to see when it comes to postseason time. And we're going to need everyone and all that a bag of chips the next 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
So,
absolutely.
All right. Now, linebackers, JD, what did you think of your linebackers this week?
Man, linebackers is always solid. They're always solid. There was a couple plays that he got caught up in the wash. Linemen get their hands on them. But for the most part, Bolton played excellent. Tranquil played excellent. Chanel, when he came in, played excellent. All those guys, man, did a good job. They always do a good job, week in and week out. This, like I said before, I always go through this, man. These are probably one of the better positions on the defense. There's no question about it. But did a great job making sure, keeping everything in front of them, that nobody was getting some extra yardage here and there. But I'm actually going to give these guys, I'm going to give them a B. I think some of them could have came out blocks, making a couple of tackles here and there, but they were solid and consistent. No question. Beautiful word saying, Witchy. Beautiful word saying. And so I give them a B. They could be a B plus if you want to. I think B's not bad. B, you go B plus, I'm down with that too. So D-line, triple A's on it, tie toe free. I hear you. So
they did a good job shutting down Najee. Jalen Warren, kind of one of those backs that we've kind of had difficulty with the guys who can catch and do a lot of the backfield, and that's kind of been our Achilles heel. That kind of running back.
Yeah.
So yeah.
He got off. He got off on us. And then I said, look, man, that Joker had 11 for 71 rushing. Not only that, he has 5 receptions for 41 yards. He kind of hit us over the head a little bit.
Yeah, Warren's good, but I think Warren's reminds me of a young Austin Eckler. That's what he reminds me of. He's got that kind of game. He can do it all out of the backfield as well as through the tackles.
Yeah. Good comparison.
All right, Jay. Our DBs. We saw some more turnovers this week, so liking that. We saw a little variety, maybe a little forced fumble action from the DBs as well as an interception.
Yeah, those guys, I'll tell you what, Trent McDuffie is one of the best corners out there in the NFL. A few weeks ago, Marcus, they was taking shots at him. About 4 weeks ago, they was like, hey, man, I don't care who 22 thinks he is. We're going to try him. Last 2 weeks, he's shown who he is to everybody, the entire league. Let him know, like, oh, no, I'm still that guy. Okay? I'm still that guy. And he had a tremendous game. Joshua Williams came in, did a good game. We still looking. This should be the one Nelson gets some looks his very next game. We got to put him in. We had to. Because we had to find somebody that is consistent in that slot. Okay? That's going to be key for us. Cover the slot. We got to have that corner. Who's it going to be covering that slot? Najee does a decent job of it, running and stuff like that, man, but he's got to do a much better job of it, okay? We love Najee here over at Chiefs Concern. We love it. You do, okay? So he just got to keep getting on his horse, getting better when he can. But Najee came in, played, made some tackles. All the guys did a decent job, man, playing, making tackles and whatnot. So the secondary, man, I'm going to give them guys for what they gave. I'm going to give them a B. Give him a B.
And also another week of seeing Jaden Hicks come in and do his thing. I mean, he's getting. We've seen it in the past with our other rookies. As the year goes on, we see the improvement. And week by week by week, Jaden Hicks, man, he's becoming. I mean,
the Joker's walloping jokers. He's walloping jokers out there, man. He's walloping jokers. He's starting to figure it out. He's starting to figure it out. And so I didn't say that 4 weeks ago, but he's gotten to the place now where they're starting to get him in a little bit more. He's starting to see and starting to figure out things a little bit more. And I think communication is a little bit better. So, yeah, that's good. That's good. We need to see a young guy like that come in. As long as he keeps his head on straight, as far as like knowing where he has to be, communicate, and everybody's open to the communication of what's going on, how you cover, right? He's gonna be fine. He's gonna be fine. There's a lot of complexes things that we run as far as coverage wise, and I see it when I'm looking at the defense. But as long as everybody knows who they have, everybody should be fine. Bax does a great job with it. So,
well, it goes to one of those things we talked about. We talked about Trey Smith potential, not coming back. But Jaden Hicks, because that's a reason free agent. Jaden Hicks, they drafted him for a reason. A lot of people said it was a steal, and we're starting to see what this guy's capable of. Being a year in the system, and a guy who plays like that, that's taking someone's job. If someone wants a little do-re-mi, you got Jaden Hicks doing what he's doing. You don't need to pay that do-re-mi. You got the guy in the house already.
Hey man, we get somebody to do what you can do for less money, we're gonna take it. That's position. That's the direction we're going. That's how the NFL works. So
Hicks reminds me of Eric Berry, not afraid to hit RBs, tight ends, or wide receivers. Fearless out there.
Yeah, he likes it. That's for sure.
He was tripping a little bit too out there as well. He was tripping a little bit. Wasn't he the one the thumbs down when he was standing over top?
Yeah.
I mean, we won that game 29-10, but
right, you can't do that, man. It's like, hey, shoot, he's happy.
You're excited. You gotta love that. You gotta love that spunk.
Got shaky.
All right, Jason. With this one with Toby special teams, I put them together just because I feel like it's very, very, one together with this one.
Yeah. Special teams did a good job. Guys coming down on the kick. What do you want to say about special teams? Remigio, he's going to have to. I know he's excited, man. I know he's excited, but young fella, take it easy, okay? You want to return everything, right? And you're taking chances. We don't need to, okay? We're trusting you with this. I say it all the time, man. That ball, hey, that's our lifeline. That is something we need to have. And so, Marcus, he's got to make sure he's protecting, making right decisions about what it is that he needs to do. But I'm going to give these guys, Tobe and special team, I'm going to give them a B-.
Yeah, that muff punt could have been very bad, man. Very bad. He's so excited. He's so anxious to do something out on the field. Like, hey, look what I can do. Yeah, we know. We get it. We do. But be smart. Secure it. Hey, line up. We'll stay where we need to stay. Okay? We'll just move the chains. But make sure if you got a little room, now you work it. But don't take no chance, no unnecessary chance you don't need to. So, well, it's one of those things. It's like a kind of a catch-22. One of the reasons why you and I said we liked him was because the guy he has to earn. He wants to prove himself. He wants to show himself. He was an undrafted guy. He wants to show what he's about. But at the same time, he's doing that, but he's also taking risks that are kind of unnecessary.
Yes, and that could come bite you in the tail, man. During playoffs, you don't want that to happen. Okay, so hey, young fella, hey, take it easy. Have a seat. You're gonna be all right. Okay. Let's just make sure we make the right decisions when we need to. So,
yeah, but hopefully, get some learning experience. We won that game, and it wasn't a loss, muff. So, hopefully, that's probably the best way to learn, right? It wasn't a miserable mistake where the other team got the ball. We were able to recover it, but now we can say, hey, you don't do this.
Hey man, yeah, right. Give me a look when you come sideline like, hey, man, listen, don't be silly. Nope. Don't do nothing foolish. Hey, take it easy.
Like a student driver driving on the highway for the first time, bumper to bumper traffic, braking right before you hit that car in front of you. And now for the future, you brake way before that. You have 6 to 9 feet of space.
Right. 2 seconds off of where you're driving, okay? Not telling everybody, so.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Double A said, got my Priest Holmes jersey ready for playoffs.
Okay.
There you go. 3-1. The
Okay.
Galloping Ghost himself. It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, I think Witchy. Someone said they had Eric Berry. Okay, no, it's about time. Wears jersey for almost all home games or all games. So there you go.
Okay. All right, about time. That's it. Yeah, Eric Berry, man, one of my favorites. He just had a birthday too, I think.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
One of my buddies who's from Atlanta, he was at a wedding, and he was filming his girlfriend. She was doing a dance on the dance floor, and in the background, it was on his Instagram. I see a guy who looks like Eric Berry, and Eric Berry's also from Atlanta. I messaged my buddy. I'm like, is that I was like, is that Eric Berry? I mean, forgive me if I'm wrong, but is that Eric Berry behind him? He goes, oh yeah. He goes, I was meaning to text you. Yeah, my girlfriend's family is friends with Eric Berry, and he was part of the wedding. I was like, that's hilarious.
Oh.
Small world, man.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. Well, there you go, guys. You got the Week 17 grades. For a game that feels like a month ago based on all the holidays and stuff that's happened. But yeah, it was only 5 days ago. So there you go. There's your grades from the game on Wednesday of last week.
Yeah. So here they go. Here go the grades. Here go the grades. But look, I enjoyed this episode. I know we talked about a few things out here. I think it was important for me to have a conversation about. But also, too, when we start working into what we're going to see, obviously, we're going to be out here, Wednesday and talk, on Friday, our regular schedule. We'll have a good time to talk about some of these other things. But listen, I'm going to tell everybody, I want everybody to have a wonderful and safe holiday and New Year's. Okay. If you drink responsibly. Okay. Get you a designated driver. Don't do anything silly. Okay. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. Enjoy each other coming into the new year. We are immensely blessed for the time that we have with one another. I just want to thank you all for coming out to the channel for the 2024 season that we've had and what we've seen of this year. It's been absolutely incredible. I love each and every one of you, but I cannot thank you enough for coming out here and watch us and listen to us and engage with us and talk with us. I said this is a Chief Concerns family, and you are family. So it's always good seeing you all when you're out here. When I see y'all in the chat, see the names and stuff, man. So feel like I know you. Get a chance, man, to get together. We're going to have to at some point, sometime. So Witchy Hall, Marion Oliver, G Pick, Kermit the Goat, about time. Hope your family's doing well. About time. Your wife, I know we keep praying for her. Sasha, sweetie, love you. Andrea Chenault, great episode. I agree with you. Thank you, Andrea. Always good seeing you as well. Tato Free, thank you, sir. Appreciate seeing you out here. Vegas Chiefs Kingdom. Nighthearter, the first time I think I've seen you. You might have been out here before, but hey, welcome. Good seeing you and talking and engaging. It's always good talking to you as well. Witchy Hall, Wendy, good seeing you. Who? Double A, good seeing you as well. Who we miss? Neff, good seeing you. Anthony Solis, good seeing you, man. Guys have been playing with more confidence over the last couple of games. All right. Appreciate it. All right, Anthony, where you from, man? Dom Jones? Yeah. Oh, he said guys. I guess guys. Okay. Good to see you. Yeah, Dom. See who else we got in here as well. I see Abdul Bramwell here. Zulu, what's up, man? Zulu, I see Zulu here, man. I ain't see Zulu come in. Kevin Morris, good seeing you, Zulu. Let me see. Who else we got in here? G is in here. Let's see who we got in, man. So I think that's the ones I seen, man. There's a lot of Tehran Young. Good seeing you, Tehran, as well. Talking to you as well. Great conversation. Listen, y'all know how I feel about you all. Ray028, good to holler at you. Who else we saying? I'm trying to get everybody in here, Marcus. Sasha. I didn't say Sasha yet. Sasha, good seeing you as well. Good talking to you. Marion Oliver, with your input. Appreciate you, sir. Kevin Morris as well. Good seeing you as well. Trying to go through it. I know I said I'm the Brown in here. Good seeing you. I'm the Brown. Cuz, Bruce Bowman. Good seeing you, Cuz. Always good seeing you and talking to you. Gary Holland. Good seeing you as well. Wise words, cousin. Very much so. Thank you for the blessing of it. But you know what it is. Marcus, my brother, listen, take care. Enjoy your time. If you're going out there, man, wear your pajamas, but put your little smoke jacket or something on, bring it up a little bit with your fashion, right?
I'll find something. I'll find a robe and a little top hat. I'll have some fun with it. You talk me into it. I'll have some fun with it.
Yeah, have some fun, man. Have some fun. Man, look, and all of y'all have fun too. Have fun out there tomorrow. Okay? Have fun. Enjoy yourself. Pop your champagne. Kiss your significant other. Sing the Yuletide, whatever that old saying.
Old Lang Syne.
Yeah, that. I never always get that right, but that's the old Lang Syne. Yeah. So I know it's the New Year song. Okay, so, but other than that, man, y'all be safe more than anything else. God bless y'all. Take care. Okay, love you, Marcus. Love you, brother.
It's your brother. Happy New Year to everybody, and we will be back on Wednesday. Hopefully by that time we come on at 8:00, I won't be hungover by that point, JD. Hopefully I'll be ready to go.
You'll be fine. Yeah, you'll be all right. Yeah. Bill Carson out here as well. God bless the Chiefs. God bless you too, Bill Carson. But
yeah, we're happy everybody was able to come in here before the new year. Like JD said, we say it all the time. We really appreciate everybody, what you guys have made this channel. You guys have the community of Chief Concerns is what makes this channel. This is what keeps people coming, adding more new people to the community. But we're looking forward to continuing to dominate in 2025. Looking forward to having more good times with y'all in 2025. From the inception of the show to what it is now, it's, leaps and bounds, the community it is and how strong it is. And it's all because of you guys. So 2025 could be another year of growth, another year of family and love on the Chief Concerns community. And we will see you guys in 2025. And we love you all. And hope everyone has Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's. Peace and blessings to you. I see you, D'Amico Spence. Good seeing you as well. God bless. Y'all take care. Peace and blessings to you all. Love you, Marcus.
Love you, brother. Love you all. Happy New Year's, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.